What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new podcast coming right at you. But you know what we got to do first? We got to do those things that generate a little revenue for the show. We can bring in a little of that cheddar cheese, that money's keeps me in the guests and booze. We are brought to you this week, first and foremost, by the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer. You can support this show for as little as $3 a month, less than the cost of a beer. For a little bit more, just a little bit more. You can get the audio ad free. You can get the video versions a week early and uncensored, and other random bonus content. So support the show today at patreon.com/MattSlayer. You can also support the show by going to the merch store at anwd.net/merch. Get yourself a rad hat. Get yourself an Now We Drink shirt. Show the world you're a drinking buddy at anwd.net/merch. We are also brought to you by our friends at Casa Nica. Casa Nica is a wellness brand, the kind of wellness that lubricates, vibrates. It's sexy time wellness. If you use the promo code ANWD at checkout, you get 15% off your order. And any orders over $100 in the continental United States gets free shipping. So go to casa-nica.com today and improve your life. Last but certainly not least, the two easiest ways you can support this show cost you nothing but a moment of your time. The first is Signal Boost. Tell your friends. Share social media. The other is go to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/nowwedrink and subscribe to the YouTube channel because you want to see the video versions, right? So anyways, let's get on with it. My guest this week is the one and only Kylie Quinn. Oh, this is so much fun. Kylie and I have been making plans to do this for months now and finally came together. Just a really fun and silly episode. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy, Drinking Buddies. Actually doing the thing now.
Oh, we're doing the thing?
We're doing the thing.
Woo!
As I made an inappropriate comment off air.
Yes. Oh, we won't talk about that.
Oh, no, we will. Just so clarify it.
It wasn't an inappropriate comment. It was a comment that when he said it, he realized after that.
Oh, no, I intentionally said that as a joke. That was very much an intentional joke.
Yeah. No, because I had said that I watched some episodes and like you can't see pants down. So like I had boxers on, and then last minute I was like, okay, let me put on some normal clothes, and then Matt here was like, oh, what was the statement?
Well, I said, oh no, like if it's someone I know and I'm not trying to make a good first impression, I'm like half the time I do this in gym shorts, and you're like, oh, you can wear gym shorts around me whenever you want. I'm like, oh, okay, let me go take my pants off.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Quite inappropriate.
Totally inappropriate.
Oh my God. I don't feel I'm just kidding. I feel very comfortable. That is amazing.
Fuck, I've been canceled already. God damn.
Canceled.
Fuck.
Welcome to the 21st, 22nd?
24th?
28th century.
This is Kylie's show now. She's like, you're canceled. This is my show.
So, Matt, may I? No, just kidding.
Well, ask away. What's your deep interview question for me?
Oh, deeper. Sorry. I love a good fun. It's not deep, but how long have you been doing this?
Oh, over 8 years at this point.
Okay. And is it like a daily thing?
Fuck no. Oh.
Oh, no, it's 2 days a week.
2 to 3, depending on who shows up and who doesn't.
Yeah. Well, I'm here.
You are?
Yeah.
There's photographic proof even.
Yes. This is AI, if you didn't know.
Yeah,
not really.
I'm deep faking Kylie the whole time. This is just me having a conversation with ChatGPT. Kylie's not actually here.
Yeah.
I hate to actually break it to your fans. Kylie doesn't actually exist. Kylie's been a deep fake this whole time. They've been fucking putting your face on other girls' bodies for years. Like, it perfected the AI technology now, so like you can actually do interviews like this.
Yes, you know what though? That's why I had, my little chubby body in the beginning. They're like, you know what? We got to switch it up. Get a new body for that phase. So now everyone's like, we want chubby Kylie back. And then I gain a little weight. They're like, you're fucking fat. And I'm like, okay, well, fuck you then. It's fine. No, but my biggest fear is AI, robots, all that. Like, if I were that, because I'd been preaching that. If I were that the whole time,
well, how do you
the
think?
irony would be.
Well, no. How do you think you lull them into a false sense of security?
Exactly.
I'm one of you. I hate AI. I hate robots.
They're terrible.
I'm one of you.
I am one of you. No, like, that shit does scare me. That and dangling your feet in the ocean. Those are my only two fears.
The only two fears?
Yeah. Because they're rational. I don't know about the ocean one. That's semi-rational. But this Terminator shit, this Matrix shit, I don't know. We're playing with fire with these smart-ass computers.
Oh, I wholly agree. Like, I don't fear it because it's like, it's inevitable. There ain't shit we're doing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
The genie is out of the fucking bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't feel like it'll ever end up like fucking Terminator because nuking us is really stupid.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Biological warfare for sure.
Well, biological warfare, but getting us off the planet?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
smart.
COVID proved that it'll be super easy for them to do.
Yeah. And look how beautiful the world got when we stayed the fuck inside.
No. From a logical standpoint, if like from a machine race, it makes no sense to keep us around.
No. We are a plague on this earth. Like,
right. The Mr. Smith speech from the first Matrix is pretty accurate.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like, I am... Oh my gosh. Like they have exponential growth. People are so arrogant to think that, like, oh, I'm smarter than that. Like, I wouldn't let that happen. But bro, like, we aren't the center of Earth. We are a parasite. Like, we really are, like, not good.
It makes no sense for them to use the nuclear weapons against us. But biological and chemical warfare, where it doesn't actually hurt the planet.
No, I think it'll be technology.
Well,
because if you think about how much we rely on it, that shit gets wiped out.
I mean, it'll be rough, but we made it in caves beforehand. I mean, we'd lose a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
But think about it. Think of like, I'm going to get demonetized on this right now, but think if COVID was like the test run.
Mm-hmm.
How quickly that shit spread to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine something that is just as virulent, but kills a little bit more. Like, humanity's fucked.
Yeah.
I actually made a joke tweet when COVID started. Like, this is the AI testing us. Like, I made that joke.
Yeah. I mean, it gave me some World War II vibes when it came to some certain things. It stopped and it didn't get to that level. But when it was like, you need your card to be able to do something, all of it just felt very history repeating itself until, it slowed down. I lived in LA during COVID, and it was ending everywhere else. I went back to Miami immediately. I was right back there. Never appreciated it more. I love Miami. I love you. You're my favorite.
Definitely not mine.
You're either a New York, a Cali, or a Miami soul. I think. Like, I think eventually I'm gonna end up in New York, but like right now, I mean, my family friend, like my friends who are family, that's Miami for me.
Well, and I'm not knocking people that are doing it. It's just for me. Like, I have on and off in my life been stuck down there for various lengths of time. Like, God, it was 23 years ago at this point. I was stuck in Miami for work in like 2001.
Yeah.
For like 6 months. And it was just like it never felt like a cool place to be for me. And then I was down there on and off for about a year in 2012. And it was just like, this is just not my scene. Like, I'm a rock and roll dive bar guy, and like Miami is not really the scene for that.
It's the most annoying thing in the world. I would go to space for a friend of mine. Please come out, Kylie. Please come out. Please come out. Please come out. And I'm like, okay, I'll be a good friend. Fucking the music is ba 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 ba, like over and over, and I'm like, oh my God, put some, like, incorporate another genre in it. Like, you could do this shit and have another genre, and I will respect that. I will appreciate that. Like, I cannot stand lazy music, and like there's DJs who are incredible. Like I have some DJs at that party I was talking about, and she like will even sing like some stuff, and like, you know, like she's got culture, like she's born and raised in Miami. So like I feel like if I could get you to come and like show you like the like, because you can have the party side, you can have the wholesome side, you can have the vibe with your friends, watch a fucking football game, you know, with their whole family, kids around. Like, there's so many different.
Gross.
It's not porn.
No, children.
Oh, you're just like, kids. Yo, I love kids. I am a child at heart, so yeah, no, kids really roast me. Kids roast me hard.
It's just one of those things where, like, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what's appropriate to say to you. Like, I'm a pretty unsensitive adult, but it's like I don't want to talk like I normally talk to fucking children, and it's just like I don't know what's appropriate to say around you, kid.
You know what though? What kids respect the most is when you talk to them like you would talk to anyone else, unless it's like giving away information that might be a little too early for them to know, depending. But like, I have a niece, and we talk some real shit.
I mean, did you tell her that Santa isn't real yet?
She told me. She's like, you knew that, right? I was like, yeah. And she's like, so that means the Easter Bunny. I was like, wait, just because Santa ain't real, don't mean they all ain't real. And she's like,
but they all ain't real.
They all ain't real. I know, but I wanted her to have some sort of something. Because I was the kid who found out first in my class, and I will never stop feeling guilty about this, but I ruined it for one kid. And
see, I grew up Jewish, so like Santa was never a thing. So like I was definitely the first kid who knew Santa wasn't real.
Yeah. Because I mean, like there's like religion, and then there's like social norms, like
for sure, but it's like,
so it's different. It's like, you know,
because it's also like asking my parents, like, why isn't Santa coming here? And it's like, because we don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that, and then that's your first hint. Like, oh.
Yeah, because we don't do that, and he's not real. So it's like, oh, okay.
I was like 9 years old. I figured out because my government name starts with an S, as with Santa, and I did some handwriting analysis at 8 years old. I was like, wait a second, you sons of bitches lied to me. But I really didn't care. My mom cared more. She broke out crying. I was like, Mom, it's fine. Well, like, I figured.
From what I understand, parents get weird, like, when you have those childhood milestones where they're just like, you're not a kid anymore. Like, I remember my old man getting, like, kind of misty-eyed when, like, I got rid of my, like, G.I. Joes, like, as I got older. He's just, well, but you've had it. I'm like, yeah, I don't play with them. Like,
yeah. It's like, oh, my baby's not my baby anymore. And it's like, bruh, like, I gotta grow up.
Right.
I'm done. But, like, I bet you still have them G.I. Joe.
Oh, no, I don't know.
No, nostalgic, like.
No, it just, no.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's not my jam. Like, I have a lot of physical media, but that's otherwise, like, I'm not really a collector. Like,
yeah, me either. I collected. I loved Inuyasha. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's an anime show. Everyone knows Pokemon, but Inuyasha was my shit. They even had, like, you know, the little cards like they do for Pokemon. So I would collect the cards when I was younger, and that was fun until Voldemorted them. But like that was the only thing I ever really collected because I was trying to get to that super rare one. And now I still have that super rare one. Well, I don't have anything but that one.
And I totally get that when I was younger. Like I collected like Marvel cards back in the day. I collected comics. I collected like a type of card game that's like similar to Magic. Like, another like collectible card game where you played against people.
Oh, okay.
And then when I moved out of Chicago, I just gave it all away. I'm just like, I don't want to move this shit anymore.
Good for you though, because I do the same. Like I'm like slate clean. Like I'm a minimalist. My dad is a super minimalist, and my mom's a little bit annoyed at that. But like I think that she appreciates it too. Like now, like getting older. But like he like. This man sold my mom's beautiful motorcycle at a yard sale without fucking asking her.
Sounds like your dad's an asshole.
Yeah, he is an asshole, but he's a great man. If it's believable to be both things.
Well, I mean, it definitely is, but
that's such a dick move,
right? Like that ain't yours.
Exactly, and it's like I get it because like my parents are still together and they love each other very much, but like she's got her little resentfulness, and I get that because like my dad's a very smart man, but he's also like playful. Like I'll catch him doing shit. My mom might not see it, but I'll see the little shit he's pulling, and then I'm like, oh, Dad, stop that shit. And then but I got into a relationship, lasted a decent amount of time, and I started.
How long is a decent amount of time?
3 years.
Okay, that's a decent amount of time for sure.
Yeah.
People have different metrics on that shit. So
yeah, but. He was incarcerated for one of those years. So we broke up before that. He was kind of a dick before.
Wait a minute, someone who got incarcerated was a dick? No.
Yeah, can you believe it?
No, they only incarcerate nice people.
No, but he was a smartass. That's why like they would have let him off, but he's such a smartass.
Obviously, he's not that smart if he got incarcerated for running his mouth.
Not smart, smartass.
I know.
Yeah, no, but he would have got he got the maximum you could possibly get for a misdemeanor when he should have only had 30 days. But he pissed everyone off.
What, did he just run his mouth in court?
No, he I mean, he was in law school. He is in law school again now, actually. But he would just try them. He'd just try them. You know what I mean? But
I definitely do.
But when I saw myself becoming he was becoming my dad, because he's a smart man, but he's I'm no dummy. So I would be right in the conversation, but he is such a good communicator, which makes him a good lawyer. But it also means that even when we both know he's wrong, he's going to win the conversation. And then I felt resentment. And then I started to see us becoming my parents. And I was like, we're breaking up.
That's the most terrifying thing ever is
yeah. When I saw that.
Yeah, no, I've definitely sabotaged a relationship over similar feels, different reasons, but similar feels where it was just oh yeah, this reminds me of my parents' relationship way too much. Got to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bye.
Oof. I can see from the outside, I shouldn't be here. Those people shouldn't have been together. So I don't want to repeat history and have generational trauma going.
Exactly. Because my parents, they were both, as kids, my mom was oldest, so she had to do everything for her 4 younger siblings. And then my dad was, treated very poorly, very, very poorly by his stepmother. So they overcorrected with us. And so now, I'm a very balanced person in the head. Like, I have emotions, but I'm logical about my emotions, you know? So, like, when it comes to if that next generation comes, I'm going to find the middle ground. I'm not going to overcorrect. I'm not going to repeat a cycle. Like, I just want to, like, find the balance. Always find the balance. And that's also why I don't know what you feel about the astrology shit, but my chart is like the top 4 are like earth, like fire, like all the balanced ones, and like people always tell me that, and so I'm like, oh, okay, like there must be some truth to this, maybe.
Oh, that's why you're asking my birthday before we got on air.
No, because I have no idea what February is.
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, I've been meeting so many Aquariuses lately. It's real, guys. It's real.
Do you want kids one day?
Yeah, I think I do. Because my niece looked at me, like, we had like a really deep conversation, and she looked at me and she goes, no, like, I really want you to be a mom. Like, you would be a really good parent. And I was
kids
like,
don't know shit.
No, but she's
I'm fucking with you.
No, yeah, they don't know shit. No, but she had to grow up quick, and like, you know, we have deep conversations. She's a real one. I made sure this little shit had a good sense of humor. I would not let her go into the world without being like a dope person. So we spent like until I had to move back to the States, like that was my, like, you know, like I watched her more than anybody. So taught her how to ride a bike, tie her shoes. Like when she fell off her bike, like this is one of my favorite memories with her. She fell off her bike and like that face, like I'm about to cry. And I was like, look, does it really hurt or is it just freaking you out? Cause blah, blah, blah. And she was like, yeah. And then she just walked it off. And I was like, oh, like, you know, mind over matter. Like, that's kind of cool.
Oh, it's such a thing. It is actually such a thing.
Yes. I mean, I think that we can control our entire being if we really, like, you know, put our minds to it, our spiritual, whatever, all that to it.
And I have a theory, and like my audience is well aware of it. Like, the motherfuckers who make it to like deep into their hundreds and shit, it's not that they're living a healthier lifestyle than you. It's because they've learned how to manage their stress, and they're just not stressed out.
Stress is the biggest killer.
Right. Like, these motherfuckers, like, I drink a Dr. Pepper a day, I smoke a pack of cigarettes, I eat nothing but bacon, and they're like 105.
Damn.
Yeah. Stressed out motherfuckers just dropping dead at 50.
Damn. Well, my great grandma, she was until she had a stroke, and then she became the nicest person ever. So she been living.
Well, yeah, but it's just all how you manage stress. Like,
yes.
So like, it's definitely mind over matter. The people that are stressed out releasing cortisol, and like it's fucking you up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna die any minute now.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I've taken, you know, some shroomies, and like I've like meditated on shrooms, and
I mean,
like
you can say the word shrooms. Like,
okay, shrooms.
I take them all the time.
Okay, I do too. Well, not all the time. It's been a minute, but
well, that's a bummer.
I would take them again.
You want to order some after the show? We can.
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
Fuck yes.
It's LA. They deliver.
Shit, I forgot we're in LA.
Yes, we're in LA.
Yes. Oh my God, everything's legal.
Oh,
I can pull out my weed and no one can say shit.
I'm not sure those shrooms are actually legal, but yeah, there's a place that delivers.
Yeah, we have that in Miami too. That's super illegal.
Yeah, well, fucking Florida.
Yeah. It's like one of them little, like, what's the password kind of places. I really like those.
Yeah, this spot is legitimately, I just text them and like tell them the address and like what I want, and they roll through with it.
That's fire. Is it Buddy?
No. I guess I'll shout them out. Like, it's a site called Mushy Girls.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they legit just deliver.
Okay, bet. Yes. I mean, yeah, well, Text me that after the show.
All right, for sure.
We could call that shit for sure. I'm trying to find my chapstick. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take a shot.
Well, your tequila is right there.
Dehydrate before I hydrate.
Right. Well, you got water too.
Dehydrate.
So I want to roll it back a little bit because you were talking about music in fucking Miami. What is your music fucking taste?
Generic answer. I really do love anything good.
I don't want
any
the
genre.
No.
But no, I'll get there.
All right.
Except for country. But no. I mean, there's been one or two. But my go-to, like, okay, say I were to go to a club. My go-to, I want some fucking hip hop. I want some Drake I can sing along to. I want some like faster R&B. Like I like hip hop, rap, all that, but like not like the pussy, like just basic as repetitive. Like we get it. Like you think you're the shit, but like, and that's fine if you do it right. But it's like it has to have a melody. Like it has to have like some sort of clever lyrics. Like Lil Wayne has the most clever shit. Like I can listen to the same song 4 times and find 4 different things I didn't notice before. So like I like that because it's an art in itself, you know. But like so like, you know, the party I'm throwing in Miami, I'm gonna make sure to I have a good friend of mine who's helping me plan, but he's also an artist. He does pretty well. I actually found him while I lived in LA. Didn't realize that like he's good friends with a good friend of mine, so we became good friends. And he's you know, very Florida rapper. I don't even know if it would categorize as rap, but he's great. Shout out to 12lin. But you know, I want to get the DJ that I'm having. Her name is Mars. And she incorporates like singing into her DJing stuff. So like I don't mind the DJing, you know, for live stuff, as long as you incorporate like some other genre, some other something. I don't want to just hear beats all night. I will get a headache. Like I will like I want to leave. Like I hate it. But like, you know, like I would only go for a friend. And now because I'm working so much and I'm really like loving working, that I don't really go out too much anymore. So I'm creating my own little event that will be like, you know, what I like. And I think that, you know, people will be able to enjoy it too, because I mean, most people are coming out of town. It's going to be right before XBiz. So like, you know, I don't know what music is playing now at LA clubs, but
I don't know either. I don't go to clubs.
Yeah. I mean, like when I was here going to clubs, I was a degenerate, drunk, blackout. I don't remember shit. But it's been a minute since I blacked out, thankfully.
Well, hopefully today's not the day.
Oh, no.
I don't want to have to like, so here's what you said on the podcast. Here's the tape.
Like that's my blackout voice.
Okay, well I know what to look for now.
Yes, you'll know when you hear it.
Like,
well, you won't hear it. You won't hear it. I promise.
Okay. Oh, it's a self-service show. If Kylie gets to that point, that's on Kylie.
Yeah, I take full responsibility.
Yep. And just for the people watching at home, the first bottle was not full, and we're not just cracking the second bottle. Like,
yeah, this was 2 shots, two small shots.
It was 4. I had 2 shots too.
Oh, okay. Well, I filled mine up to about.
Oh, I took full shots.
Yeah, I did not.
I am also a much larger human being than you, so.
Yeah, and I don't have much tolerance, so combo.
I'm larger and have tolerance, so.
Yeah, you're drinking that, right? You don't want.
No, I got a glass full of whiskey.
Ah, okay. Maybe I should do a little sippy sip.
I mean, it's completely your call.
Yeah, we'll see.
I trust you to be a responsible adult.
Yeah. Anyways. I'm so responsible.
Are you saying there have been times in your life where you haven't been?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As she takes the shot, she's like, definitely.
Oh, yeah. 1 second.
She's going full training wheels. It takes a moment.
Yeah, so anyways, yeah, no, I was definitely not my best. So I moved to Miami pretty much right when I turned 18. And I came because of my sister who was, never really like super, super nice to me. But when she'd call me from Miami, she'd be like, oh my God, please come, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, well, this bitch is happy. So it must be something good going down out there. So I went there to webcam, not fully getting the scoop of what it was, because that's my sister. She doesn't give me the full rundown because she wanted me there. So that was her goal. But once I got there, it was a big house live streamed full of girls and one guy, which was stupid of them, and an agent who lived in the pool house.
Hashtag Florida.
Hashtag Florida. I want to say Florida man, but man and women.
That's a different type of Florida man.
Yes, it is. But like I was asked every single day, do you want to shoot with this person? They'll pay you this. I'm like, no, I don't want to do porn. And then they're like, this, right? Or the agent, he came and he's like, what about this person? He'll pay you this much. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. And my sister was already shooting, and she didn't tell me that before I came, of course. So I was just there with the intention to webcam. And the house was full of girls who webcammed to stay at the house, but also would shoot. And, so the more I stayed there, the more I'd talk to them about, the logistics of shooting, trying to like understand things. So I kind of had a logical approach to it, because in my head, like I go to extremes. If I see a flaw in how I am as a person, like if there's something I need to do to grow, I go all in. And I cared too much what people thought. High school was really hard for me. I didn't lose my virginity until pretty much right when like high school was over.
So like right before you left for Miami?
Right before I left for Ohio.
Okay.
And then yeah. but the whole time
that dude has to feel like she bailed the country to get away from me. How bad did I lay it down? Damn. I'm fucking with you, dude. Like
no, but he was one who outed me to the world.
Oh, fuck that guy then.
Yeah.
She legit left the country because how bad you laid it down. Like, I take back that apology. That is retracted. You're a piece of shit. And
he's actually apologized.
It's a little late.
Yeah.
It's a little late.
It wasn't cool, but it was going to come out anyways. And the way he put it out was so that he could feel like he was the shit. Like I got a lot of likes. It's all about likes with these people. Anytime anyone from my high school commented, it was all about just likes. And then they'd come to me privately and apologize. And I'm like, yo, don't apologize to me privately. Apologize to me like the way you insulted me. And Never did.
Well, yeah, you don't have time for those people. Like,
Yeah.
that is what the block button is for.
Oh yeah, because I blocked her and then she found me on Snapchat. I guess I had that open at the time, but this was very early on, and you know, him and I are cool now. Like he really did like accept responsibility.
Why would you forgive him on something like that?
Because he was genuinely sorry. He really did say like, the reason I did that was because, and then said some heartfelt, genuine things. It doesn't mean that it was okay, but in my heart, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, at least in my mind, there's a difference between not giving a fuck and actually forgiving someone and actually accepting that person. Like, you can repent and you can fucking be sorry. That doesn't mean I want to give you access again or we're cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're neutral. We're strangers.
Yeah.
Like, that's just for me personally. Like, I'm not judging your decision on it.
No, I hear you though, because what he did was so wrong. It was going to come out anyways, but that shouldn't have meant it came out from him.
Well, yeah, like, we're all going to die someday. Doesn't mean that someone should murder you.
Exactly. It's like he was hurt and looking for a reason to hurt me while also
scoring cool points with the dudes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all ego. And, you know, he and I actually hung out. He came to Miami. We hung out. We saw a basketball game. And it was chill. You know, it was just chill.
I gotta know. Did he try to hit it again?
Okay, so
that's a yes. That hesitation right there is a yes. He did.
It's like he would have if I didn't lay the. Okay, so.
But he hinted at it.
Okay, so let me tell you the story real quick. Okay. So we hang out, and then it's getting late. We're hanging out in his hotel room, and his friend is also there. And so we share a bed, but nothing happens. We pass out, we sleep, and then we wake up in the morning, and I go to leave, and that's when he, like, you know, tries to grab my hand, like, I come back, and I'm like, no, I gotta leave. So if I would have went back, something probably would have happened if I let it, but I wasn't letting anything happen with him.
I mean, that's still a bold.
Hell no.
That is a brave move on your part to share the bed with him, even.
Well, I had gone through so much in high school to where like I kind of shut down. So then like when it came to something that felt positive, I was naive. I wanted to see like the, you know, the good. And so, you know, he came back and was like, I took you for granted. I see that now. But he has a whole family now, you know, and like he's got a beautiful life, and I'm like very, very happy for him. And like, you know, I wouldn't change a thing, because if he didn't do that, maybe I wouldn't, because he posted a webcam thing, not a porn thing. So maybe I never would have done porn, and maybe I never would have, like, everything leads to other things.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all how you handle it that like takes you where you're gonna go, I think.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you can't control how other people are gonna fucking behave.
Yeah, so but it's like how you handle that shit, like you could come up on top. Because I've had people attack me in so many ways, Twitter especially, and I still come out on top. Like,
well, I hope no one who actually matters to you is attacking you on Twitter.
No.
Because at the end of the day, the anonymous fucking trolls, they don't matter except for engagement.
Well, there's one person who I was creating a site to create accountability, and I really wanted to be able to do that, but a certain somebody that we both know talked me out of it. And he thinks he talked me out of it, but really it's on the back burner in my heart. Like, I want to...
Surprise!
You're finding out now.
Because he's going to watch this for sure.
No, but he knows, too, that it's something that I want to do. And he keeps trying to tell me, like... keeps trying to allude to, like, you know, it being a bad idea. But at the end of the day, just the idea of it coming out made differences. Like people were tightening up. Because I saw people tighten up. People who did me dirty were blacklisted. People who did other people dirty and then they told me and then I presented it, they got blacklisted because it was all real and being ignored. And now, they were scared of the site. And the site is still there, not there to be used, but it's there ready to be reopened.
I understand where our mutual is coming from on that. Because, you and I both know, gossip is fucking rampant in this industry. Some people...
Slander.
Yeah, slander, agendas, stuff like that.
Exactly. And I understood, too.
But maybe make it like a fucking Yelp review where,
That's what it was. It was Yelp for porn. That's how I told people.
Could people actually, leave a rating, a star rating?
Yes.
Because, you and I both know there are probably some people... There's probably some people in your life that, they're the best. And some other performer had a bad experience with them.
Yeah.
And it's that person is the goddamn worst.
And it's I'm going to look at the 5-star, the 1-star, decide for myself. And that's what it was. It was, you can rate from 1 to 5 stars, and then you can leave a comment on your experience with them. If that person were to say, I'd never met her in my life, blah, 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 and she can provide proof that you have or she can't, then I'll take it down. It didn't need to be taken down, but I was letting him take my idea and kind of squash it a little bit. And later I realized that it's still a very good idea and I still want to do it. But I'm working on so many cool projects that I'm really excited about. And that one too. And that one I'm still working on behind the scenes. There's still stuff going on behind the scenes, but I just, I have a lot of steps to take before that. And I have a really great, team of lawyers now that are fire. I think that there's a lot of potential there because that was going to be the first step, because from there it was going to be like a Yelp for porn. And then that would bring everyone in the industry on. And then step 2 was going to be this passion project I'm working on that I had mentioned to you before, that is actually going to be on a reality show that I'm going to be on. And they decided to do it in Miami for me because I got to get my passport,
just go do it. Get your passport.
Oh no, I have an appointment.
Okay.
I have an appointment. Yeah, but it's just I let it go so much in travel, so have it ready when I get back.
Well, I'm just such a proponent of everyone should have their fucking passport.
Oh my gosh, me too. I mean, I grew up in Ohio or in Canada as an American, so we go back and forth through the border every weekend. I haven't had it in a minute. I missed out on so many cool trips, but these are all business trips. So these
even business
I don't want to miss.
Even business trips can be fun.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. The fun trips, I'm like, damn. But okay, the business trips, woo! I want to do that shit immediately.
Well, you got to have some work-life balance too, though. They can't all be business trips. You got to have some fun.
Well, the great thing about this is the reality show business trips is literally us having fun being recorded, showing that we're porn stars, but we are people, and it's not all about oh my god, hey guy, I do porn, let's have sex. No, that's not life.
Well, we were talking about that off air. It's just these dudes have this expectation oh, what I see on camera has got to be real life. You're I'm super horny all the time. No, that's acting. It's
yes.
Do you expect fucking, action star to be like kung fu master fucking beating the brakes off people in real life all the time. No, they're playing a role.
Yeah. I posted on Twitter, like, I'm not a whore. I play one on TV. But, you know, like, it is what it is. Like, I had a lot of insecurities about my body, about thinking I was ugly. Like, girls were mean to me in high school. And then when my sister wanted to get me into the industry, she sent pictures over to the agent. And the agent immediately was like, yes, yes, yes. And that's when I was like, am I like pretty? Like, am I cute? You think I'm cute? Like, but like, it was like deciding to join the industry. I mean, I got called a slut since the 9th grade, and I'd never even done anything with a guy.
Honestly, I feel like it builds better character to like as much as childhood trauma fucking sucks, obviously. Like,
but it does.
I feel like it builds better character.
It does, yeah.
Because the people that have been pretty their whole lives, have been told they're pretty their whole lives, generally suck. They generally suck as people.
Yeah.
They haven't had to build a personality. They haven't had to like develop interests, be able to have a conversation. They've just been able to get away with, I'm pretty. Like,
yeah.
People do shit for me because I'm pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like they expect it. And if someone doesn't do something for them, if they meet a real human being who's not like, I'm not going to do whatever you want because you're pretty, then like some of these girls will try to ruin their lives. Like some of these girls are like, how could you ever disrespect? You know who I am? I'm pretty. Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
I hate to break it to you out there. Pretty's not a rare commodity.
No.
Pretty is very much like diamonds. It's people, say it's rare. It's not. Diamonds are exceedingly common.
You know what? Pretty is like coal. Like, pretty and character is like diamonds because that takes pressure. That takes some pressure. For real. Because like high school was hard. Home life was hard. Like but I was, even before it got hard, I don't know. I think I was always me, I guess. But like going through things, maybe I shouldn't say this. It's probably kind of fucked up. But other than that,
we have fucked up shit. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Well, okay. So like there was a time when I was really, really young. Like life was dog, like boring, basic. Nothing ever happened. I literally prayed for struggle so that I could like become a stronger person. I must have been like 4. I hadn't even moved to Canada yet, and then oh my god, I got it. Like I got that shit, and I mean, I wouldn't take it back because I love who I am. I love my life, but. But that's just such a weird thing to pray for.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I think you were the first person I've ever talked to who's like, yeah, I prayed for fucking struggle.
Yeah. But I was like, I don't know what it was that like made me think that, but I just know that, pressure makes diamonds, or I'm gonna be a coal. I ain't trying to be no coal. Wait, did I already?
I don't know. I'm not watching.
Oh, wait, I did. Cheers. I was thinking if I have like a normal glass.
Well, that's what that is there for.
You know what? No, because I'm doing the whole lime thing.
This is why it's a self-service show, Kylie. This is why it's a self-service show.
I respect that.
But we've all met these people in the industry who have been pretty their whole fucking lives. And they're just like, yeah. And as a dude, I can't stand that shit. I can't stand people that think they can get one over on me because they're pretty. Because I get that shit sometimes like, oh, you just think because you're pretty and you flirt with me a little bit that I'm going to just do whatever. Nah.
I'm not a weak, like I'm not going to fawn over you.
No.
Just because of the way you look. Like there's I might think someone is like, I don't really rate someone's looks. until I sense their vibe or see their personality, and that makes them more attractive to me or less attractive to me. Like genuinely, like I'll look at them, you know, with different eyes, but like, but like I don't know. This industry, you get to a certain point, and like you either pass this point of, okay, like I'm getting popular, and then you get cocky and a piece of shit, or you remain like a human being.
Well, some of the biggest names in this industry are such cool people. Like,
see, and that's like that's what I admire most, because you don't have you do on a human level, you should always have to be the best version of yourself. But some people don't think they have to be or whatever, and then they just treat people like shit, act like they're the shit.
in my personal experience, in the fucking 14 years I've been in the industry at this point.
Okay.
Little flex. That I've wasted my life like this.
What?
I'm fucking around. But it's generally up and comers and like mid tier people that are really putting on the flex of like, oh, I'm hot, I'm the shit. Like the really big names are just like, no, I know who I am.
Yeah. You know, when I lived in that house, it was like a bunch of girls who had been there for a while, and then there'd be like a turnover rate of like 2-3 girls every couple weeks, and everyone would shun them and make them feel like they like just make them feel bad. So I would make a point to like take them, you know, and be like, you know, show you around, like blah blah blah, like, you know, because I felt like that. I don't want anyone to feel like that. And then those people, you know, some of them stayed cool, some of them went the other way. Like, it's just, there's nothing you can really do. But
do you think some of the other girls in the house were treating them like shit because they viewed them as competition?
At a certain point, it was either A, alpha mentality, or B, competition. It was like a hierarchy. Like, women have this like what's the word? Like, I want to like show dominance. You know, that's the thing with women, like that kind of hierarchy.
I mean, that shit happens with dudes too.
Yeah, but you guys are more like physical and straightforward about it. Women are very under the undertone, so it's like, you know, if you try to explain it, you might not be able to. But like with men, it's very clear. But like it's either that or, you know, what you said, like it's one or the other.
See, as I've gotten older, I've realized like the true definition of like being an alpha is being unbothered by other people's bullshit.
Yeah. I think that alpha is just a leader. Well, maybe. I don't really know, but to me, a leader is just someone who lets other people be themselves and helps them achieve like who they are. Like, say I run a company and this person is good at this person is good at this. I'm gonna be like, okay, like, and this person thinks they're the shit. So I'll go to the person who's good at this, say, hey, do you want to do that? Other person good at this, do you want to do that? Other person who thinks they're the shit, I'll be like, what do you think like you should be doing? You know, like cater to those people. But what would you say, alpha?
I mean, it's definitely a leader, but it's also like, are you really an alpha if you're bothered by what other people that has nothing to do with you is doing?
That's just insecurity.
Yeah, exactly. If you're that insecure, are you a fucking alpha?
Yeah. Yeah, you
can't be.
Or like you're in alpha in baby mode.
No, you're just not.
Yeah, because that's something that you just are or aren't.
I mean, it's something you could definitely eventually grow into. Like, I definitely feel it's like a learned muscle to like not be as judgmental or not be bothered when people challenge you.
Yeah.
You're not an alpha if you're like, oh, I feel threatened by this person challenging me. But like,
Yeah.
if you logically look at this and go, how is this person a threat to me? They're using words. They're going to cause me to have an emotional response. How is that alpha? That is some weak shit that this person you don't respect, this person that you don't value their opinion, got you to fucking emotionally respond to their words.
Mm-hmm. And you know why? It's because what they were saying was probably true, and they didn't want to accept it.
Right.
That's usually what that kind of reaction comes from.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They just said an ugly truth that hit the fucking button.
Mm-hmm.
Just press that deep down insecurity that they've been suppressing, that they've been hiding from the fucking world.
You know, that's one of my favorite things too, is to like, in a very like I'm not a judgmental person at all, but I love to dig deep in people's insecurities because they always come out a better person. Like, I've lived with people who I've seen like destructive behavior, and then you know how kids are like, well, why, and they dig down until you get to this really philosophical like reason. It's kind of like that, like, you know, and then they like realize for themselves, and then they're like, fuck. Like, I've seen tears. Like, and like, you know, like, people can change, like, as long as you recognize it and make the decision to not be that, then like, you're, you know, you have the opportunity to not be a piece of shit for the rest of your life.
For sure. And it all comes with self-awareness. Like, I really admit, I think I talked about this on a fairly recent episode. It's just like the environment I grew up in, like in my early teens and 20s, was pretty misogynistic. It was pretty bro-y. Yeah. And it wasn't until like I actively got involved in the industry and like with sex workers where like a lot of my attitudes changed. Yeah. We were talking about this on air, like one of my civilian friends, like when I first got in the industry, was like, so you fucking everybody? Like, if he had said that to me 2 years earlier, that wouldn't have been like you're an idiot comment. Yeah. But it's like, you're an idiot. Like, and it's not so much the dude's an idiot, he's just uninformed. Yeah, because you became informed. You got to see like the side that you weren't able to see before. And I mean, women like have, you know, like, they're not stupid people. Like, they can teach you shit, you know, like. Well, and it's not even like people taught me shit. It was more of like, oh, I interacted with sex workers. I interacted with the sluts, the whores. And it was just like, oh, no. There's a very logical reason behind all of this. Yeah. It makes sense. Like, it makes sense, and it works for them. So, like. And none of these people are less than because they made these choices. Yeah. And I mean, like, everyone makes sacrifices and jobs unless you find that perfect thing for you. Doesn't exist. Yeah. I mean, like, I think that maybe I don't know, but like, we get stuck in this college and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, you know, you're 18. I was a baby at 18. Like, to choose my whole future, like, would have been so hard. But like, you know, I was well on my way, actually. Like, I was in culinary school. Like, I loved it. I love that, like, high pace, like, or fast pace, like, high intensity kitchen. Like, it was fun. But when I found out that I had to move back to the States, I you know, like, I was like, fuck. Were you an illegal? Were they deporting you? Pretty much. Not technically, but my dad had us there on a worker's permit since I was 5. So just kept redoing a worker's permit over and over and over. I don't think we were supposed to be there. I don't think we were supposed to be there at all. So, like, yeah, I had, like, the restaurant I was apprenticing at was the nicest restaurant ever. They ended up, like, wanting to hire me, and, like, they all cried when I said I had to leave. And I was doing, like a program through my high school because I had all my credits. So it was, 3 days at cooking school in dorms in a college, and then Thursday, Friday,
I apprenticed, and it was, it was a really, really cool time in my life. But like, if I would have never came here, I mean, I love this life. Like, I love this life, and I love all the opportunities that come up from it. Like, there's just so many things that, even right now, like, there's so many things right now happening.
You ever thought about opening your own restaurant?
In the future. Yeah, in the future.
What kind of food?
I don't know yet, because I love to cook everything. I really do, but like...
What do you love to eat?
Everything. No, but I think that the only thing I don't really get sick of is like smoothies. Like I could be fucking hungover and still have a smoothie, but like I'm never gonna start a restaurant for smoothies. So, but like I don't know. I think that if I did do something, it would have to be, I would want to like open up an even bigger thing where it's like I open up a big space filled with food trucks, and like, maybe I own the food trucks and rent them out to people who do those kind of things. That way it can have everything and still do that, because food trucks was my original thought. But I don't know enough about it yet. That's just like a future thing that I think I want to do.
That's sick though.
Yeah. Because I could never choose. I could never choose. I love all food. I was a vegetarian for 3 years.
I'm so sorry.
That was so hard.
Why? Why'd you do that?
Honestly, like, because I feel like we can survive without meat. But then I realized that, like, I think some people can't. I think that, I think that, men especially probably need meat. I didn't really like need it, but it was so hard to keep up. And then I went broke. So I had
McDoubles are fucking cheap.
No, it was Taco Bell with beans instead of beef. It was horrible. But that's when I had other people living in my house, living off of me. So I had to feed everybody. They never asked to come. They never.
I mean, why'd you have to feed them?
Because otherwise they would have starved.
Man, that sounds like their problem. They're adults.
Yeah, but it's just, I was naive. I was 19, 20, I don't know. And I just, like the boyfriend of 3 years, like he was there, and I got manipulated. I got used.
Do you think some of it was because of like your high school experience? You just wanted to feel accepted, and providing for them helped you feel accepted with?
Well, I've just always been like somebody who, if I see somebody who needs something and I have it, I'm going to give it. But then there was a point where it started to go too far to where they were expecting it. And then that's when it started to feel like I was being taken advantage of.
You ever read the book The Giving Tree?
No.
It's Shel Silverstein. It's a children's book.
Oh.
But it's like the basic plot of it is this tree, like from childhood until like adulthood, is like keeps giving to this kid. He's like, oh, when he's young, he gives him fruit. And as he gives him older, he gives him shade. And then he gives him wood to build his house until the tree is nothing.
Yeah. I was getting close to nothing. And then that's when I had to get them out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll send you this. Like, your parents did you a disservice by not showing you The Giving Tree.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out. They could have. I doubt it though. I did. What was the one? It was like the what's the monster one? Where the Wild Things Are. That was
Same author.
One. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's Shel Silverstein.
Oh, well then I'll definitely check it out, and I will give that to my godson. Oh, I have a godson on the way.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Maybe he didn't do. Okay, maybe he didn't do Where the Wild Things Are. No, I don't want the film. Don't want the film.
There's a film?
No. Yeah, they made a movie of it. It was not very well. Came out in 2009. It's like, I guess it's not that bad. It's a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, for Rotten Tomatoes, that's not bad.
No, it's not too bad. Yeah, no, different author. But, yeah, like, Shel Silverstein has done a bunch of shit. Like, it's really interesting that he did a bunch of, like, kids' books and then also famously hung out at the Playboy Mansion.
That's not surprising. Perverts. Just kidding.
Yeah, he also did something called, like, Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Where the sidewalk ends.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah, he did a bunch of children's books. He was also, like, hung out at the Playboy Mansion, collaborated, like, wrote articles for Playboy.
What kind of, like, do you know what kind of articles they were? Just out of curiosity.
I will find out right now. Like, I found out, I'm pretty sure I found out about this after Shel Silverstein died. He provided cartoons for Playboy and, like, yeah, covered some stuff for Playboy too. It's like, it's very interesting. It's just like, what a wild life. Like, I do children's books and chill at the Playboy Mansion in, like, the heyday.
That's, yeah, that's a fishy combo. Definitely.
Well, as I was Googling this, there's a YouTube video, like, the controversial history of Shel Silverstein. Like, ooh, I'm not sure I want to have my childhood ruined by clicking on that video.
Yeah, there's so many things that could destroy your soul.
It's like one of those things where, like, when I was younger, like, really admired Hugh Hefner. You know, before all the horrible shit came out. It's just like, oh yeah, like, dude was like a revolutionary when it came to sex.
I mean, yeah, pioneer in his own right.
Yeah, pioneer in his own right. Also did a lot of really cool things with the Playboy Club, like, you know, allowing, you know, African American performers to perform at these clubs when that was not, like, socially acceptable at the time.
I mean, I gotta, like, people do fucked up things, and that does not make anything they did right okay to the things they did bad, but I still can differentiate and respect what they did good and, you know, say that's fucked up what you did bad.
Well, it's crazy because, like, at a point, like, we pick and choose a society, like, what art we forgive, but we separate from the artist because, like, there's something like 700 Miramax films. That's all Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, wow.
Like, could you imagine just being like, yeah, there are almost 800 films I will not watch.
Yeah, yeah, because, like, I've hung out with, you know, like Bloods or Crips or whatever, and they'll be like, nah, I can't listen to that. That's by, you know, so and so, whatever opposite gang. And then, like, I met people who are actually smart. Like, I differentiate, like, music is music, and I respect music if it's good. And it's like, I don't care what I affiliate with. And most of these people these days, it's more about, like, camaraderie. It's like a frat for the hood. Like, it's not so much, like, I mean, I don't know, but my people who do it, like, they're not out there trying to cause mayhem. They're just doing their own thing.
You're not hanging with people that are causing mayhem? Why not?
No. They're probably hanging out with people who are doing mayhem, but I don't hang out with them. They do. I hang out with the chill ones.
You're like, I'm like 1 degree removed from the mayhem.
Yeah, like, what's it called? The like distant cousin. The, like, distant cousin, fourth removed, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just it's a wild situation where, like, when people in the public eye who have made some great, amazing art, you know, turn out to be fucking monsters. It's just like, whew, it's a rough convo.
Yeah, and the worst part is those people get called out for being monsters, but there's probably so many more out there.
Oh, there definitely are. Without a fucking doubt.
Especially in acting, I think. I think a lot of the acting world is a little bit disturbing.
Why do you think that is?
Because, like, child stars, you know, they're separated from their parents, and you know, generations of that. Like, if you get abused as a kid, you know, there's there's the psychology that you might become an abuser. I don't know if you heard of. Have you ever heard of Smallville?
Yeah. Like then they had the sex cult.
Yeah, Chloe. Yeah. Like she was abused as a child, and like, you know, like that kind of thing. Like I think that there's like some twisted shit going on in there. But the music industry, I think that they have a voice. They're not reading lines, you know. So
I mean, that's not always true because like
not always.
it depends on the artist. Like if you look at some of these pop artists, there's a whole team crafting every fucking song.
Pop is different. I'm thinking of rap, but pop is different. Like yeah. I don't want to name names because I don't know for sure. I don't want to throw anything out there, but I see, like, I know of you know, somebody who had told me, and it was actually in an interview too, where there was a a group of rappers who got called by their what's it called?
By their label or
Label, yes. To come in, and it was basically they were told, hey, you need to put in you know, gang shit, that shit, like you need to incorporate that in your music, and you know, blah blah blah. Like half the people walked out, never to make music again, and then the other half are probably still popping to this day.
But even with rap, I mean, this is wild. I threw this one out there randomly. I Googled this. Do you know how many people are songwriters on Lollipop by Lil Wayne? According to Wikipedia, like there are 7 songwriters on that song.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I got to know him pretty well. Like we hung out a handful of times, and he like you know, when we were talking, like, because we would have like long talks, and he would you know, he got real hype because I was like, so wait, how old were you when you got in? He got real hype. He was like 15, like blah blah. So like you know, he was very young, but like I'm sitting there with him, and he's like on voice notes going back and forth doing like little like freestyles with Jay-Z, going like just back and forth. And I was like, that's dope. But like he like fought, you know, to get his shit back. So I respect that. But like,
and like there's no
I had no idea that I wonder who was making that, if it were like his people or if it was a label.
I mean, there's 2 producers listed on it too.
Oh, okay.
Like, and it was released by Universal Motown, Cash Money, Universal, and Motown.
Ah.
So there's a major. Like Cash Money is Master P, but like, you know, Universal Motown, like that's, and it's just much like porn. Like, you know, it's presented in this way.
Yeah.
But when you peel back the onion a little bit, it's like, oh, no, there's a lot more that going into it. And like, I'm not saying that these aren't Wayne's like authentic words, authentic thoughts, but it went through a bit of a machine before. It wasn't just like, you know, some SoundCloud rapper in his fucking room turning out music.
I mean, that was the first thing I'd ever heard of him, and that was his breakout song. So I could see them wanting to perfect it, but I would hope that the people who were on it were black, because like when I watched the Kanye interview and he was trying, or Kanye documentary, and he was trying to like get his shit popping, and like, you know, his label, white people were like, cool.
I mean, one of the writers is definitely a white guy. I'm clicking on the Wikipedia links. One of them is definitely a white guy.
He's a white, huh?
Oh yeah. He's a American record producer from South Florida. He's produced numerous musical acts, including Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, Usher, Lil Wayne, Kid Cudi, Eminem, Pitbull, Nelly, Mary J. Blige, Wiz Khalifa, Jamie Foxx. Like, He's been on a lot of shit.
Wow.
But
that's I mean, that's impressive. That's an impressive roster.
Right, but it's like all this shit is manufactured too. Like everything in entertainment is for commercialism. It's it's art, but it's commercialized art.
I think that there's rare times when it's theirs. But I'm curious if since Wayne did that when he won his settlement, if it's all his now. If it's all him, because, I know Drake has or had a ghostwriter. And and that whole thing with X, because I'd cross paths with X a few times, and he had a whole stadium yelling fuck Drake, because he stole his flow like for a song and was pretending he didn't, or maybe he didn't, I don't know, but like like people.
But how much is there a chance that shit was manufactured to build up hype too?
Well, this specific song I know he wrote because I was there. Like,
but just because he wrote the song doesn't mean that like he isn't calling him out publicly just for the notoriety of it. Just so
calling him out.
Yeah.
No, I think that what it was it's like, okay, Drake is number one. X was on his way to being number one. You get everyone to turn against number one, then you're number one. But if that other number one senses something happening, I mean, X is dead. And there's a lot of theories out there.
Well, it's one of those things, like, because if you were just trying to handle it, squash it, you send lawyers. You don't send the fucking public.
Yeah. And Drake has dropped some stuff that leads to think either he's trying to play the part of I did it or he did it. Because there's a music video of him tapping a piano on someone who looks like X. Like no more I'm your brother shit. No more, because that's what X said.
For the audience who doesn't know, X.
XXXTentacion from Florida. Bruno, a good friend of mine, he managed him when he first started. So Bruno's house, I was always over there. Ski Mask, he kind of came up with X, and then other friends of theirs and mine, they were going up with X, but when X died, Ski still had a career, but those other people didn't. But like, he made his own shit. He was a very artistic person. Like, he was just very artistic. Like, he had a vision and he made it true. Like, I don't know what kind of person he really was, but he was very talented.
Well, he had some controversy for some abusive shit too, right?
Yeah. Well, I've seen some videos of some things, but he has like a cover of one of his albums of like him like holding somebody in a chokehold, and like I have the whole video of that fight.
And, were you there for it?
No, but my close friend was, so he sent it to me. It was like in Orlando or something. But I mean, the kid was ruthless, but he was artistic. He was troubled. All artists have that little troubled vibe.
Oh, 100%. Like, I regularly joke that, like, if I had kids, I'd make amazing artists.
Yeah, yeah, you'd have them troubled.
Oh yeah, no. There's a reason I'm not having kids.
Aw, I think you would be a fun dad. You would be the fun dad for sure.
Had a vasectomy, not doing it.
Okay, well, that's over.
Yep. They have to tap my balls if I want to have to fucking get someone pregnant now.
Is that like a reverse?
Well, I mean, so the doctor told me, I don't know if the audience is super interested in my balls, but the doctor told me, he's like, this is not necessarily actually reversible. So, like, be sure you want to do this. And he's like, if you decide later on that you want to have kids, they can, like, evasively go into your testicles and pull sperm out.
I mean, you could have frozen it before, but that costs money, I think. Like,
well, it's not even the money. I just don't want children.
Yeah, no, I know. But it's so annoying because you think, oh, I'll freeze my eggs. But it's like, if you don't pay that monthly fee, they're going to steal your eggs.
Yep.
And, like, imagine having a bunch of kids running around because you couldn't pay your payment. Like, that shit's shady.
I mean,
I don't know about that world.
I mean, I might have a couple kids out there because I didn't pull out, but no one's come for it.
You're good now, then.
I mean, who knows? I only got the vasectomy 2 years ago. Someone may come knocking one day, and be like, because there's definitely been some people in my life that I have come in that I don't even really know their name.
Vice versa.
You're just out here raw dogging people, just fucking coming in people.
No, I mean,
I know, I know what you meant,
but like, I mean, yeah.
I mean, but there's
yeah.
At the end of the day, as long as like no one is actually hurt in the situation, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. If everything's like consensual, it is what it is. But like, I don't like. I like porn because there's a very clear understanding of what's expected of you. Like, if you were to like go outside of it, like you have to protect yourself. And I've stayed away from a lot of extracurricular.
So, are you not dating outside of work at all? Like, you're not like.
No, but not because of porn, but because of work. Because like there's like actual like companies and like there's goals, and anytime, like when I had that 3-year relationship, he did nothing but make me feel bad about myself.
Well, that's obviously a bad fit.
Yeah, exactly. And then so I had somebody else who I thought would make me like, he was my friend for like 7 years, like good friend. And I thought, like, I'll give him a chance. I owed that to our friendship.
You definitely didn't know him shit.
No, but it was either like lose him as a friend or try and then say, hey, it's not working, let's be friends. Neither of them worked.
I mean, that's obviously fucked. Like, if something like organically develops with a friend, that's one thing. Another thing, like, oh, I put 7 years in, I expect shit out of you, that's fucked.
He didn't say that he expected shit out of me, but it was
implied, or
it was like he randomly kissed me when I wasn't expecting it. And so then it was like, oh, like, let's talk about it. He did all the talking. And I just was like, I'm just going to go with the flow and see what happens.
So this dude wanted to be with you for 7 years and he just like stuck it out.
Exactly.
That's fucked.
Yeah. And then when I told him, I was like, look, if it ever gets in the way of our friendship, like, we got to call it because I don't want to lose you as a friend. But I realized that it wasn't about a friendship. It was about trying to be with me. And if he couldn't be with me, fuck the friendship.
Right. He was never your friend.
Yeah.
Like that is. Yeah. He was never a friend. He was fucking,
playing the long game.
Yeah. He was playing the long game. He was playing the, oh, well, if I put so much kindness into her, eventually sex will come out.
Yeah. And then he expected me to be there for him. Like, because, like, he's working this to this hour. So from the time he's off, he expected me to just be there. But I'm like, bro, like, you don't understand. I have my own businesses and lives and things that I want to work for. And, like, he didn't give a fuck. It was all about, like, his need. Fucking
it doesn't sound like he was a very good friend either.
Fire, Cuban fire. I don't know what he said it was, but it was basically just double standard.
Well, yeah, it doesn't sound like he was much, because like if a friend said that shit to me, like not anyone I was romantically involved with, like you are not a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't understand. I got shit going on. I have a business to fucking manage. You're not my friend.
Yeah, and it was really shitty because, like, you know, he just, I felt like I finally had a good friend like that. Like I have one best friend, best friend, girlfriend. Like she's my like ride or die. I love her to death. I'm about to be the godmother for son, and like him. And I always thought that, like, you know, he would be a lifelong friend. But as soon as he realized that we weren't going to be together, and then that's when I realized I didn't even care. I really didn't care.
No, and nor should you. Like, you shouldn't have lost a moment of sleep. It's like, oh, this is someone who's been manipulating me for 7 years.
Not manipulating, but like I knew how he felt deep down, but I let him not pursue it because I wanted to keep the friendship, because every time there's some guy who I care about as a human being, they always end up ruining it by trying to like be with me. I don't want that. I don't like you like that. I might not like anybody like that right now, like, because this is just what my life is right now. And if you were to ask me instead of just do something and then make it your decision, like it's like like it just annoyed me.
It's gross. It's like
it's gross.
Yeah, be honest what you want out of a relationship.
Yeah, and he tried to act like, I think I realized like later that like I must have just like been in love with you this whole time. I was like, bitch, I knew you were in love with me this whole time. Don't act like you didn't know. You knew how you felt. And like you might have tried to lie to yourself, sure, but you knew how you felt, and you played the long game. And when it wasn't working out, you cut me off as a friend, and so I was never a friend.
But also, like, why the fuck would you want to be in love with someone who's not in love with you?
Exactly. But he never even gave me the chance to tell him how I felt. It was all him just, like, saying, like, I feel this way. I feel this way. I want this. I want that. You should do this. I have all these expectations that you're not meeting. What was the word he used that really pissed me off? He said, I cater to you. Like, I would expect you to cater to me. I was like, cater to me? In what? I never asked you to cater to me, and you don't cater to me. If you're there for me, you're there for me. But catering to me means you're bringing me a fucking hors d'oeuvre. Like,
but it's also like, oh, this is purely transactional. This is like, yeah, that's so fucking.
No, it grossed me out, and I was like,
understandable. And like, dudes out there, if someone's not into you, they'll let you know. If someone's into you, they'll let you know.
If someone's not into you, take the subtle hints. Don't lie to yourself. But if they are into you, you'll know straight up without question.
Oh, yeah.
If you're questioning it, they're probably not, but it's okay to ask. But as long as you're understanding that if it's a no, you keep what you had, because nothing's more devastating to a girl than feeling like she had somebody who was there for her, and then like turns out, oh, they just wanted to fuck or to be their boyfriend or whatever. Like that hurts. Like that hurts because friend zone, I'm sorry, like that gets such a bad rap. To be my friend is hard.
Oh no,
You don't get to be my friend easily.
I'm on record about this. The friend zone doesn't exist because
Yeah.
if you feel you're in the friend zone, you put yourself there. Like if I want to be romantically involved with someone and they're not reciprocating those feelings, that's on me if I stick around.
Yeah, because then you could be like, okay, I can set aside my feelings or I can't. If I can, then we can be friends. If I can't, then maybe we shouldn't.
Right. And like if I start to feel resentment because you don't match my fucking feelings, that's my fucking problem.
That's your thank you. And he tried to make it seem like I'm evil, like I'm this horrible person.
Yeah.
And I eventually snapped at him. I was like, I eventually snapped. I tried so hard to be patient. Tried so hard, but I snapped.
But like, look at dudes, look at if the role was reversed. There's someone who's, constantly wanting to be in your life that you are not about.
Yeah.
And then she makes a move. How are you going to react to that?
Like me as a female to a female?
No, like as a dude. Yeah.
Then you know what? It's girls get butt hurt so easily. Me personally, I would be very understanding because I've been in that situation. Girls can get butt hurt so easily, and like they'll even want revenge. Like
So someone shot you down and you.
No, never.
So
No.
Look at you, Miss Fancy. No.
No.
Who would possibly shoot down Kylie Quinn? Do you know who I am, Matt Slayer? Someone shoot me down. That's ridiculous. No one would shoot me down.
I've been shot down. I've been shot down in the way that someone like the guy I had told you about, the guy who I lost my virginity to, who outed me to everybody. He admitted that he took me for granted because it was like, I'm like, I know you like me, I like you, but like you're a teenage guy and you're acting like, whatever. So then like later in life he, was like, yeah.
I mean, like, unfortunately, like, as a young dude, I definitely have taken some people for granted in my life. Like, I definitely, in retrospect, some really just cringy fucking like, took you for granted behavior. Like, definitely did that shit. Definitely did that shit in my 20s.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely happened. I mean, I try to not to be a fuckboy now, but
try.
Yes. Like, not always successful. Not always successful.
I mean, you got to just keep trying to.
Yeah. Like at least I acknowledge that. Like, this is a problem. I should course correct here.
See, at least you acknowledge it. If you acknowledge it and don't do anything about it, that's when you're making negative choices, like consciously. Like, but like if you. It beeped. Yeah. If you don't realize, that's one thing. But if you realize, then you gotta check yourself, and that's important.
It's one of those things where, like, when I was younger and people were like, "Oh, youth is wasted on the young," I'm like, that's dumb. And then, like, as of like more life experience, like, man, I really wish I could rewind time and go back and do some shit with the current knowledge I have, because some unfair treatment of some women in my life. Like, just, there's a couple like people I was legitimately involved with who I don't remember their fucking names.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there too. I'm not gonna lie. I've been there too. I feel bad because there have been guys that think they like me, but I know they don't really like me.
Do you think they just like the persona of Kylie Quinn, or?
I think that a lot of them either that, or they might not even know that I'm Kylie Quinn, and they'll just think they like me, but like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I don't know if it's real unless it's reciprocated. Because I think that that's when it's really real. Because like some people might try to deny how they feel. That's different, but it's still reciprocated. It's still real. But like if I don't feel that way about you and you feel that way about me, I don't think you really feel that way about me. I think you just think you do.
Oh yeah, no, you have the idea built in your head, like
exactly, yeah.
Like, oh no, the idea of you, like, oh, you're young, you're attractive, you're fun. Oh yeah, you're perfect, and it's like, oh no, you peel that back. It's like there's a very like real human being here who has their own opinions, ideas that
flaws.
Yeah, exactly. Like
so many,
and it's like, are you here for that too? Because like, if you're not here for that too,
that's what I told dude I was just talking about, the one I've been friends with for so long. I was like, when he was like, saying like, I really like it, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, but you've seen me as a friend at my best. You haven't seen me at my worst.
In 7 years, he never saw you at your worst?
No, because I mean, I'll only go out and like be in a positive, like I'll be in a positive place if I go out. Otherwise, I won't go out.
So, really, he was an acquaintance for 7 years.
No, he was a good friend. We had deep talks. Like I've cried to him and like not many people. Like he was really a good
So he saw some real shit.
Yeah. And that's why it's so disappointing that he would rather like throw away a friendship because he can't be with me or because of whatever it is in his head that he thinks,
Some people's egos can't take that shit.
Yeah.
They can't deal with the rejection.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, man.
It's almost like his culture. It's almost like the woman is supposed to just like be there for him when he needs them. And I'm like, dude, I have my own shit. Like, yeah, like you have these hours and then these hours free. I will try to be there, but if I'm not there one day, all of a sudden he's acting like a fucking child.
Also, I hate to break to you, this is America, man. Like, don't bring the old world shit here. Like,
yeah, I mean, we have a lot of culture in Miami, especially Hispanic and Jamaican, like all that. And I respect the culture, but you have to know the difference between the culture that is beneficial and the culture that is detrimental to relationships with others, because even relationships within the culture, like it doesn't mean it's good just because you both are like brainwashed into it.
I mean, there's a point in society where it was perfectly acceptable to marry off your daughters to have business relationships like for the dowry and shit, like that you would have been traded off for money.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that shit anymore.
Yeah,
and rightfully so.
Yeah, and I mean, like the whole idea of marriage is beautiful now because we have choice, we have love, but then so many people are just so like desperate to think that that's like the next step they have to take. And like I feel like there's just so many paths we can take, and like we don't have to take these paths that we think we do. Like if I would have went to college right after high school, I would not know what the fuck I was doing. And then later I took classes at UCLA for business and loved it. Like later when I knew, I'm into business. But like if I would have tried to pick a major, like I'd be wasting money. Like you're fucking a child. Like you shouldn't have to pick the rest of your life.
When how many people have mounds of fucking, student loan debts, have degrees, and don't even work in their chosen field?
Like, it's such a scam. Not necessarily, but like like doctors, lawyers, sure.
Well,
but like
for me, I didn't go to a day of college.
Me either. Well, I mean culinary school, but
Oh yeah, but I never attended a day of college. The only thing I regret about not going to college is the social connections you get in college.
Same. Because I feel like I look young enough that I can sneak in. I can sneak in and like have some fun, but I don't see the.
Well, it's not even like the party aspect of it. It's just like the friends you make in college that like end up in professional positions. Because like this world is all about who you know, not what you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
and fraternities, like they are lifelong. Like
that's how they form their tribe, and then they look out for each other because they're in the same tribe.
Yeah, and I respect that to a level. I do, and I think that's beautiful to have. Because in the industry, I feel like I have a little industry family. But, there's also a lot of, negativity with certain people or whatever when we all just can get along. Like we can just all like build each other up. Like it doesn't have to be either or.
Well, and in my personal experience, like I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've seen a lot of people that I was really tight with at one point who have moved on from the industry. And though we were tight while they were in, we're not tight now because they left on not the best terms and they want nothing to do with people from that life. It happens. So it's just like, and I don't fault them on that, but it's just a fact of life. It's just.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I went through a phase where I went and unfollowed everyone from porn, and then I was like, you know what, just because I didn't want to see it on my timeline, because I was just like in a place where I was like, I'm over it. But then I started seeing things differently. The more I experience and the more I grow, and it's just that everybody has value, and to use someone is used in a bad connotation. As long as it's consensual use, like we can all use each other to build each other up, and it's like it's a beautiful industry if we use each other like community, like and like help each other, like build a business they're building, or like instead of just like, oh, like I'm too good to retweet something. Like I hate that.
You and me both. Oof. I've ranted about that fairly recently on a couple other podcasts. So it's just like, the quick and dirty of it is like, I don't understand people that bother to come on here if you don't want to promote it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why'd you show up?
I really enjoy you as a person. Like, even like before I met you, like I fuck with you on Twitter. Like I always like die laughing. Like,
oh yeah, because I'm a dick. Because I'm a dick on Twitter. I'm absolutely.
No, but you're a funny dick. No, but you're not even a dick either. You're just like a smart ass, but in like a charming way.
I say absurd shit on Twitter all the time.
Yeah. I mean, what did you like? You quoted something that was meant for me, but fuck a fan. It was like, I hope everyone I fuck is a fan or some shit like that. Like that's cute. Like I like that.
Well, yeah, it's very much been a long-term thing with me. If you reply all, I treat it like it was meant for me.
No, I like that. I like that a lot.
It's really easy to uncheck that box and not send it to me too. So if you it brings a little joy to my heart that these really insecure porn mopes fucking get really upset when I respond something sexual to them when they sent something sexual to you.
Yo, no, because like honestly, like the people who are on Twitter and like they're there for the porn. First of all, they're never the real person. So clearly, like you're not all in. Like you don't respect it. You like it, and it's your dirty little secret,
right?
So like I'm gonna fuck with you, like
100%. Like
you don't respect me enough to speak to me with your real name. So,
and you're gonna say some gross, thirsty shit. Like someone tweeted earlier today, like, "Oh, I can't wait to play with those tits," and reply all to me. I'm like, "Whoa, excuse me, no, unless you buy me dinner first."
like hello,
like I know that wasn't meant for me.
No, I know, but that's the best part.
You reply all, you get me, and like occasionally people will be like, "Oh, you're hot as shit," and then reply all, and so it's like, "Oh, I really needed that today. I was really feeling down."
You know what? I should put the AC on, and I'm too hot for this fucking industry. Like these bitches can't compare.
Yeah, no, I just didn't like. I've been on the internet since like I was a kid, so it's just like I have some troll in me. I have some real troll in me.
Oh, I love it, but you're not a dick. Like there's trolls that are like cruel or like dickish. You're just fucking like adorable and like funny. Like you just like are yourself.
Well, yeah, because if I was to turn around and be like, "You're an idiot, don't hit reply all," like that's not fun for anyone.
No, like if you see like, okay, he replies all, and then you go and you reply. He learned his lesson.
Hopefully, sometimes they don't.
And then there you go again.
Like I will keep going. Like I believe in. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. I'm here for the engagement. Like that's part of the other reason I'm not being a dick about it, because I'm not legitimately bothered.
Yeah, no, I rarely get bothered. The only time I get bothered is when it's I don't want to say it, but
yeah, don't give them the ammunition.
Yeah, but like when it's something that they know in their heart that is not okay, or they don't, and then I just ignore it, because sometimes people are just ignorant, and I don't mean ignorant in a disrespectful way. I just mean
I do.
You just don't know. I mean, I do sometimes.
Oh no, I definitely do. If you're not self-aware enough to realize that you're tweeting this to another real human being, yeah, I fully mean it. I mean every fucking word of it. You're ignorant as fuck.
Yeah. You know what? You're right, because honestly, like sometimes it's like. I try to like rationalize it, like, oh, it's the language barrier, but it's not. It's a culture barrier, because they think that it's okay in their culture to demean women, or to say like, oh, like I'm gonna marry you, and then some say some stuff that I wouldn't like, and then like it's just like culture. And like so many people on Twitter, they're all.
I mean, it'd be one thing like you commented on something they posted, but they're coming to your shit. So like,
exactly,
you chose to interject yourself in my bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You chose to interject yourself in my post, my tweet.
Yeah,
I have no mercy for you.
Honestly, like people have told me, like, don't respond to hate, blah, blah, blah. And I don't respond to hate, but I respond to ignorance, because I want to, like, teach you something. Like, I want to be like, look, like, this is what it is. This is what you did. This is how it should be. Like, but, like, I try to do it in a nice way, because, sometimes they don't mean it in a negative way, but.
Have you ever seen the movie Thank You for Smoking?
I don't think so.
Okay. The main character is a lobbyist for the tobacco industry.
Okay.
It's a kind of a dark comedy.
I love dark comedy.
Okay. Well, if we're actually hanging out and ordering mushrooms after this, I will put it on.
Okay.
But there's a whole scene where the main character's talking with his son about arguing, and it's like, you tell me vanilla is the best ice cream in the world, or you say chocolate, I say vanilla, and the kid opens up with like, I think chocolate is the best, and gives his reason, and then his father completely plays to the crowd, and his kid goes, well, you didn't win the argument. He's like, I can't win the argument with you. They're the people I'm trying to convince. So the way I look at all the social media stuff is like, I'm not going to be able to convince the idiot who came to fucking try to troll me, say something ignorant shit like that. I'm not trying to convince you, but I will happily try to teach a lesson to everyone else who's watching this.
I agree 100%.
Like, I literally had one of my other trolls earlier, like yesterday, go, can you guys take it to the DM? My fucking notifications are blowing. I'm like, no, the DM, like, I'm not trying to actually have an argument with this person. I am trying to drive engagement and show other people that this might not be the wisest course of action.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like a lot of times, like when I do try to like put someone on straight, other fans will come in and be like, look, like, Kylie, you're right, and blah, 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 in this way. And then others will be mean to them. And I'm like, no, don't be mean. But, like, look, this is the situation. Like, because it's like some people don't mean it in a mean way, but they're just very ignorant to, social norms in America to respect one another, and I think that's humanity.
Oh, I think respecting one another is not American normal.
No, but that's humanity.
It should be.
No, but I'm saying it like you said, it should be. It should be humanity, but it's like in some cultures, it's not. So that's why I like to push it. So maybe they'll think a little different,
including ours. Like our politicians, our leaders, they aren't civil with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the least fucking bit. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if civility ever really existed in America. At least not in my lifetime. I think it's just more people have been emboldened by the fact that, like, there's no real consequence for being a dick online. Like, if you were a dick to someone's face back in the day, there's a very good chance someone would just punch you in it. Yeah,
that's something like there's a story I heard recently where back in the day, this dude was in a gang, and like it wasn't like like a I'm gonna beat the shit out of everyone gang. It was just like my cousins, my family, whatever. And then somebody was beating the shit out of his girlfriend. So they like showed him a lesson. And then he never did anything again. Same situation happened years later. And then that same person in the situation who got his ass beat or shown a lesson or whatever, he came back with a gun because like the way that the world has advanced, it's almost like I'm entitled to act how I want to act and like be like, how dare you, like, or like I'm so insecure that like I have to get my honor back, and that's not honor. Like that's cowardice. Like you're rolling up with a fucking gun. Like it's not gonna make you any less of a pussy. Like
it's
you're beating on girls and you're bringing guns to a fucking basketball game. Like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're so hard.
Yeah, like you're tough.
Yeah, you're so fucking tough on that shit. Like, and what's the best outcome for you if you are doing that? Like that guy's dead, you're going to prison. Like you've ended 2 lives effectively.
Yeah, it's all like I'm getting heated. I'm overworking at home and thinking I'm insulted. I'm like this buildup of like what's the word? Like I'm insulted, but like I got to do something about it. It's like that buildup where back in the day, you learn your lesson, you say, all right, like I learned my lesson, but like this era, it's retaliation, and it's very prevalent in social media. Like that's where it is. Like I see a girl ask a question that somebody should be able to answer. I won't name names, And then that person, because they can't answer, they attack their lives, and suicides have happened because of that specific person. And like, they just attack and attack and attack because they think it's a good distraction from their own bullshit.
Well, yeah, because they don't recognize it. Like, hey, you're fucking with another real person's emotions. We were both around for the August Ames situation. Like, yes, August said something that she probably shouldn't have said on a public forum. That doesn't mean she should have been bullied to death over it.
Yeah. I mean, like, people see, oh, someone did something wrong. I have every right to make them feel like shit about it. And it's like, I mean, maybe it'll blow over in the sense that, like, people won't keep bugging you online. Maybe it won't. But it never blows over, like, as you're thinking until time passes. And, like, it's just, I don't know, it's destructive. It's so painful to watch because it hurts. It really hurts me to like see some shit like that because nobody, I don't care who you are, like, you don't deserve to be like attacked and like everything you say ridiculed, everything you do, every time you try to make it right, people come down on you. Like, it's just every account that does that is not a real person either.
No, they're not a real person. And on top of it, the people who do that have nothing better going on in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're so attached to this shit. That's why they're so involved. Because happy, productive people ain't got time for that. Do you have time to like go try to make some stranger's life miserable?
No.
Right.
No.
But you're a happy, productive person.
Yeah. And I had somebody recently who came after me because I was working with them for this accountability website that I was creating. And they were acting like they were my number two. And I didn't want them as my number two because but like I appreciated her help because she would tell me things in the industry, and I'd write them down and keep them, on lock and key until I didn't answer her for 2 days. And then she said, you flip sides, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, girl, like, please calm down, blah, blah. I tried to like settle the situation. And then she just kept harassing me. So I blocked her. And then, months later, like, she hits me up and she's like, look, like, you can be my assistant, blah, blah, blah. I found out this and that. And I'm like, I'm really happy for you. Like, I hope it all goes well. But because she had asked me to, like, be her friend or something. And I was like, but I can't be your friend because of what you did. And then all of a sudden she finds a video of me on TikTok, and I barely use TikTok. I threw a bunch of videos up there of a friend of mine who, not a friend anymore, but me and a girl and a really, really good friend of mine who passed away. We were all like waiting for our Uber to Disneyland, and I'd never been to Disneyland. So she was telling us a story about how she got kicked out. So I recorded her telling the story. She knows I was recording. And like, she's like, yeah, like, we got kicked out because got too drunk and like, like, so-and-so showed her boobs, blah, blah, blah. And then this girl watches the video, assumes that I'm the one who flashed my titties, and then called me a pedophile. Called me a pedophile. Yeah. Yeah. And I was,
that's not how that works at all.
No. And like there's like so much I know about her that is way worse than that, and it took every ounce of every ounce in me not to call it out because I want to be a better person than that. But like,
well, but also on top of that, like, that's just a dumb insult. Like, first and foremost, you're pulling your tits out. Like, it wasn't you, even if it was you, if you're pulling your tits out, that's on other people that are sexualizing your chest. Like, it's a whole other thing. Like you're doing something like if you're just flashing your fucking tits, they're tits.
Yo, and honestly, I'm gonna be straight with you. There's this ride that goes around in a cave, and there's like a blank spot. And the girl who told me about the story, she knew about the blank spot where there's no cameras, blah, blah, blah. So I flashed, put it down, and like no one saw, no security, no anything.
Was it Splash Mountain?
What's that?
It's Splash Mountain, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's where you go through the cave with the animatronics and like they're singing and shit. Yes, that's Splash Mountain.
Yes. And yeah, so like I had even mentioned that I was like, I did flash at Disneyland, but there were no kids around, no cameras, nobody else on the ride. And like what you're talking about is something completely different. She's like, oh, so that's pedophilia. And I was like, did you not listen to what I
Well, also, pedophilia is like being sexually attracted and like sexually assaulting children.
Yes. Like even if like I were to flash and a kid happened to see it, that doesn't make me a pedophile. That did not happen. But like that pedophilia is like putting your hands on a child in a sexual way.
Right. This person,
that's disgusting.
Either this person is mad ignorant,
or conspiracy theorist,
or they're just saying something that they know is going to push a button in you.
All conspiracy theorists push a button and just ignorant. Yeah. But honestly, she was hurt that I didn't want to be her friend.
Right. So she's just saying shit that's going to get a reaction because no one's going to just be like, laugh off being called a pedophile.
Yeah. So like, like anyone who tries me on Twitter ends up losing because I don't do anything wrong. I learned that at a young age that and I learned it because honestly on a shallow level. I learned it because if you do something wrong, then you can get in trouble. So I just started like doing right. And then eventually it became like a genuine thing. Like I just want to do right. So like anytime anyone wants to attack me on Twitter, they always end up the one in the shit. Like even someone very close to me tried to do that to me and they ended up in the shit because I pride my life on character and being a good human being, like being there for people, like trying my best to like make a difference, like however I can. Like I just like I actually give a fuck. Like I actually want like to do good in the world, but like like that was a really really heartbreaking that someone like that would, because she made up conspiracy theories about me and that's why I cut her off, and then she made up this, and then I had to
what were these crazy ass conspiracy theories she came up with?
She said that so the site that I had created was an accountability site, like a Yelp for porn, and I was kind of convinced to take it down, which right now it's on the back burner. I really do want to put it back up, but she was sending me messages every day, messaging. I didn't answer her for a few days, and she said, so how is it with you and so, thinking that like I talked to this person and now I switched sides, and was
she thinking that you were like another girl, or did she think you were too busy getting dicked down by somebody to respond?
No, she thought that I was working with the enemy. Yeah, she called me a traitor. She called like all this crazy stuff. I was like, girl, like there's a reason why I took a step back, but I only haven't talked to you for 2 days. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, that's like no amount of time. And like the amount of insecurity that it takes to like, oh my God, you talked to someone I don't like.
No, but she had recommended, like she had told me about this person. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna like, undercover just see like what he's about. And then like, just like keep that information on the side. And I had always told her every information I get is going to the side for later. And like she's a conspiracy theorist with probably 20% correctness. So like the little bit that she does have right, like that's what I noticed at first. That's why I fucked with her. And then the 80%, I was like, whoop, I'm gonna have to dip. And then she just started trying me. But she didn't get too far because people know me. Like, they have my back. I didn't really have to say too much, but yeah, she was a little bit off her rocker.
Well, yeah, if someone doesn't talk to you for 48 hours and like you flip out, that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't want to call her crazy, but she's crazy.
I mean, she may not be crazy, but that's crazy behavior.
That's crazy behavior. She definitely has some sort of issue that incited that.
And we're back, and we have determined that Kylie's butt hurting is not my fault.
Yeah, it was a hike, so get your fucking mind out of the gutter, okay? Also anal. No, just kidding. It was. I'm also just kidding.
I'm like, did you drug me? Because I do not remember this. Oh no. If it had happened, I'd be definitely talking about it on the internet. I would not be ashamed. Do you think I would be ashamed? No, it's the other way around. You would be the one like, that didn't, no.
No, I drugged you. I would be proud.
Wow.
I mean,
she'd be proud of drugging me.
No, the druggee should be like, yeah, I did that shit. But the drugger should be like, oh, I was raped. Let me not use that word because I did not rape you, sir. No,
I consented. Wait, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, but imaginary consent.
Yes,
consent in the dream world. We go to sleep and
Kylie was in my bathroom for a while. I guess this is what she was dreaming about while she was in there. Taking my butthole. Like,
I know. I was like, fixing my makeup or fixing my whatever. And then that took 20 seconds. The rest I was just talking to him through the bathroom door. And
massive shit. She was just taking a massive shit.
Go in there and smell it, all right? If I was, it's roses. If I wasn't, it's roses. I'm just kidding.
The amount of people that would pay such good money for that.
Really?
Oh, I bet if you tweet right now how much people would pay to go into a bathroom after you took a shit, you would have a bunch of people being like, I'd pay.
You know what's crazy? When I was a vegetarian, my shit did not stink.
Thankfully, you made the little sacrifice and, have smelly poops again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy to have my shit stink like everybody else. Because, I'm only human also. Like me some fucking seafood, meat, steak, chicken. Honestly, there's this one spot in Miami, only place I've ever had goat, only place I ever will have goat.
Oh, goat's delicious.
Oh my God. The Jamaicans, Naomi's Garden in Miami.
So what meats won't you eat?
Organs.
Why not?
I just never tried them. I think the consistency would freak me
out. I mean, it depends on how it's prepared.
Maybe liver, I could see myself maybe trying. Unless they drank.
I'm safe. Kylie's not going to eat me.
No, but I might sell it. You wake up in a nice bath.
My liver's so worthless.
They don't know that. I just got to get the funds and run.
Once they look at it, they're like, nah. Nah.
I know, my lungs are probably black from this bullshit.
Yeah, like.
Anyways.
You'd be pulling that shit out of me and you'd be like, oh, I fucked up here.
It's like, should we put it back? Is there a point?
So is there anything else you wouldn't try?
The fish that'll kill you if it's prepared.
Oh, fugu? Yeah, it's fugu.
Fugu. Yeah.
Pufferfish.
Yeah.
It's good.
I would have to cook it myself.
No, you don't know how to prepare it.
But I could learn. I mean, I was the only one in culinary school with like I had 99s, 98, 100, and then the next one was like 82.
I mean, I've had it. It's
but
good.
That doesn't mean anything. It's all practice. But the restaurant that hired me, they had me do like a catering competition, which was fun. I feel like I could eventually, but...
Or you could just go to a restaurant where someone is already preparing it and knows what they're doing.
Yeah, but how do I know that they know what they're doing?
All the other patrons around you not dying?
Yeah, but settlements. Disney. You know how many times Disney has settled?
A lot. So, also, fun fact about this shit. It doesn't just it's not like just poison. It just doesn't just kill you. It's a paralytic. And what happens is you just asphyxiate because your lungs can't collapse to draw in air. So if you
just need a respirator.
Yeah, so what happens in major metropolitan areas like Tokyo, if you happen to get fugu poisoning, they just put you on a respirator and put charcoal in your body till your body metabolizes the poison and you're fine.
Okay.
Because I looked into this before I ate there.
Oh, so you have tried it?
Oh yeah, no, I've had it. There's a restaurant in Roppongi. So we almost made it a whole episode without talking about Japan. We almost made it.
Oh, you do that a lot?
A lot, yeah.
Oh, you did mention Japan to me, I think in tech.
Yeah. See, it's not just for on-air purposes, people. There's a fugu place in Roppongi that all they serve is fugu, and it's a multi-course meal of different prepared fucking pufferfish.
Wow, so they really play with it.
No, because that meal was a salad with some in it, then sashimi, then deep fried, which was delicious, and then a fugu hot pot. So you do some shabu shabu with it. Okay.
I just started fucking with raw fish. I would always eat sushi, but not raw.
I mean, sushi is raw fish, though.
I mean, you can get...
Oh, you were fucking around with tempura rolls and shit like that?
Yeah, I like cooked salmon rolls every now and then. When I was a vegetarian, it was kind of nice because you could still have sushi, just vegetables, but...
Now you're fucking around with the raw fish?
Yeah. I'm fucking with it. I like it.
Oh, no, it's the fucking best. Absolutely the fucking best.
Yeah.
Shout out to a girl I went on one date with who or was we're going out for sushi and I didn't want to be a bitch and that's why I ended up eating it.
Oh wow. It's funny, my friend who passed away, shout out to what was her porn name? Sophia Moon. She is the one who we would go to Nobu all the time and she got me she didn't get me to, but she had ordered this pork dish, and pork is the worst thing to start with, but it had mushrooms on it, so I had the mushrooms and the pork, and then I ended up just going ham. I didn't get sick or anything though. 3 years, and yeah, I didn't feel sick at all.
Good honor.
Yeah.
Good honor for getting you off that horrible vegetarianism. Real talk, folks. I don't care what people put in their own bodies. I just do.
Yeah, I mean, I'll always eat good food if it's good, but I try to always just have certain vitamins or like certain things that have things that will make my body better. Like if I notice my lungs aren't great, I'll research a food that's, you know, good for that, or eyes or whatever, and try and like go down that road.
It's a good call. It's a good call. See, for me personally, like, as I said, I don't care what people put in their own bodies, but I've decided as I've gotten older, like, I'm not looking to date someone who's a vegetarian.
Yeah, no, because it sucks going out to eat. Like, it sucks. Like, I felt so like not left out, but like that just, I was just like a nuisance.
Well, it's not that bad in like LA. Almost anywhere you go, there's vegetarian options. It's more when like I travel abroad and like,
oh my gosh,
you know, we don't speak the language. I'm pointing at shit on a menu. I'm not even sure what I'm fully fucking eating.
Yeah.
And then we got to try to communicate like, oh, she doesn't eat this, or this.
Oh my gosh, when I was in Ibiza in South Africa and Argentina, I was vegetarian.
How'd that go?
I missed out on so much.
But like, how was it like ordering? Like,
I mean, like I stayed in like Nelson Mandela's old house that got converted to a hotel. So they had like, you know, high end, you know, options for everybody.
Well, and South Africa, everyone speaks English, so.
Yeah, but it wasn't like, if as like somebody who cooks, there were things I would have done differently to the dish.
Oh yeah, like when I was in Cape Town, I had springbok, kudu, and zebra at one meal.
Damn, I've never gone down that route.
Oh yeah, there's a pretty famous in like the central business district in Cape Town, like fucking wild game restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, yeah, like we're here, let's do this.
You know, I live like way up north in Canada, and venison was like the go-to. And like I had like these, like, you know, those like meat sticks, like, you know, like whatever they're called, but they have venison versions, and them shits were kind of fire.
As I said, like I just don't want to be, you know, romantically involved with someone who's going to like limit themselves like that, or just it just being a problem.
Yeah, I mean, my boyfriend at the time was a piece of shit. Like, I would be drunk and he would try and like get me to eat meat, and I
mean that's bullshit too.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But like, I stand by the principle, kind of not eating meat. So like, I wouldn't want to lose like a relationship because of it. But like, also like the social norms, like going out to eat and all that, it takes away from the experience. And
see, I'm just not going to start one with some. Like, I have plenty of friends who are vegetarians. One of my dearest friends at this point is a vegetarian, and we go out for meals all the time. But like, it's like we go out for Indian or ramen or shit. Like, we're like, I know she is, but that's not, you know, someone I'm going to like go to Japan with, where it's just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm eating here.
Yeah, you just you point and you get eyeballs and a fish.
Yeah, well, like, and I've eaten some wild shit in Japan. Sorry, folks. And like last time I was there, I ate horse.
Really?
I ate horse sashimi, raw horse.
No shit.
Yeah.
You know, like there's like on a moral level, people think that like it's different, but we eat fucking veal, babies. Like we eat and like lobster who's boiled alive. We try to act like they're not in pain. They're in pain. Like they're an exoskeleton. Like
it adds to the flavor.
Piece of shit. But I'm just kidding. But
even if you're not kidding, don't care.
Nah,
delicious.
I really don't think that. But like, you know, it might add to the flavor, because bone adds to the flavor. Like bone marrow. Like there's an art to cooking meat. And even as a vegetarian, my favorite thing to cook was meat, because there's so many like ways to do it, and it's an art. And it sucks because like I don't feel like it's a necessity for everybody, but I do think for like if we look at like the past, like hunting to survive, like I feel like some people need it. Like
Well-
I feel like it's part of your necessity in your diet. Like,
Well, it's one of those things like if we weren't meant to consume it, we wouldn't be able to digest it.
I mean that could be like a through time thing because
Well-
like we first consumed it, maybe we threw up the first time in human history.
Well, I'm talking about modern fucking history.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, now?
Right here,
Okay.
right now, you and I can digest meat.
Yes.
We have canines to fucking tear into it.
Mhm.
If we weren't meant to consume it, our bodies would be like, nah.
Yeah.
It's like fucking poor dogs. They can't have chocolate. They're not meant to consume it.
Yeah.
But we can have all the chocolate we want.
Yeah, but that's like a natural selection thing. Like we might have thrown it up way in the past, and then eventually we had no choice but to eat it because survival. And then eventually our bodies, now it's okay with us. But like we have all of those nutritions that are in meat, and frankly, we eat too much meat in coordinates of what we're supposed
Show's over.
to. All right, well, goodbye.
Whoa, you can't come on here and say that.
No, but I mean,
I will let you insult me. You can't come on here and be like, we eat too much meat. Whoa,
No,
whoa, I have limits.
I said we.
I know.
Me and you. I still do. But like every single meal, it's technically, not the little like food chart.
The food pyramid's a lie. The food pyramid's like, you should be eating all the carbs.
Fair. You know what? Eat all the meat. Take it all.
I mean, I often say to
Matt.
the audience, I am not a scientist or a doctor. You really shouldn't listen to me about shit. This is not my area of expertise. You really shouldn't listen to me about this. But I'm not going to let Kylie slander that we should not be eating meat.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is a fucking vegan. That man, but he looks kind of like he's like falling apart.
Right, exactly. He
But
wasn't
he's
always a vegan.
muscular, but he's a little like his skin is falling.
I'm Googling this. Arnold Schwarzenegger is not a vegan.
He was.
No. The article is Arnold Schwarzenegger recently headlines to claim to eat a mostly vegan diet. You're not a vegan.
Oh, well then maybe vegetarian, and then he like stays away from partially like. Because I was like that. Like, I was a vegetarian, but I'd try to stay away from, like, cheese and stuff like that. But I wouldn't.
He says he was on an 80% plant-based diet. That's not a vegan.
Plant-based is different than...
And if you're at 80%, you're not a vegan.
Yeah. But 80%...
He was just doing it to reduce his cholesterol.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we need meat at this point. I mean, unless you were to wean yourself off of it. But I think
Whoa, that don't talk like that.
I'm so sorry.
Like I thought we were cool. Like how dare you like suggest such a horrible thing?
I know. I'm just saying it's like a thing. I don't know anything. I'm an idiot. I don't know. Let me drink. Where's my salt?
I'm just sitting here giving Kylie high blood pressure. We're gonna wrap this thing in a minute, but like before we get you out of here, like we did want to talk about like a little bit more about the reality show. As you have a mouthful of lime.
Yes, so I'm gonna be on this reality show called Risque Business. I'm really excited about it. It has like people in the industry, they go on it, but it's not porn. It's not, oh my God, like let's have sex. Like it's about us living our lives as normal human beings. We travel, we do fun stuff. There might even be one where I do my first feature dance, because I've never done what do they call it? Exotic dancing?
Feature gig, yeah.
Yeah, so I've never done that before, but I wanted to, so I might be doing that on the show. But when I get back from LA, I'm going to be in Miami, and got a little song. But when I get back from Miami, I'm going to be on my first episode. And then, they're working it in. Got to get my passport figured out, but we're gonna go abroad and do all these fun things.
I may have suggested horrible things to Kylie while she was in the bathroom, like, get your passport. Let's travel.
Yeah, never. But the cool thing is I'm creating like a clothing company, so they're gonna be promoting the clothing, and some of the other girls, if they're okay with it, of course, they're gonna be rocking some of the clothes. And I don't know if I should say it because I don't want to lose the idea, but I have something available for industry people, as far as to keep you prepared for any scene that you do. That's going to be on my website. It's KylieXQuinn.com. It's going live in about a week.
This will be dropping right before XBiz, so.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah. And I also have a group chat for Florida performers, but not just Florida performers. You can be from anywhere. And you can say, hey, I'm going to be in Florida these dates. Or, you could never go to Florida, but like the people in there might go to where you are. So it'd be good to, have you all there to collaborate, because it's really just about everyone having their own content and being able to, have their own money, their own residuals. I loved so much working with big industries or big companies, but as far as residuals go, as far as what they make versus what we make, it's a little bit, scarce. Like there's a big difference there versus what they make and what we make. Even if we make a great amount compared to other girls, they still make a huge amount to all of us. So I want us to be able to collaborate with each other and build our own stuff. So if you want to be in the group chat, there's information on my Twitter. Kylie X Quinn, KylieXQuinn. But you can find it there. What else? There's some cool stuff coming up for me. There's some really, really cool stuff. Some I can't really talk about yet, but a lot of it is just taking what I've gotten from the platform, from being in the industry, and using that to build off it and do other things. And like that's what I really admire about, my life in the industry, because you don't have to try to hide from it. You can use it and you can take it and build off it. And it's not so stigmatized these days. When I first started, I would get made fun of all the time. But now, people who made fun of me are apologizing profusely. The adult world is a little bit more accepted. And if you get shit talked, it's by somebody with one follower. And
some fucking anime avatar.
Yes, it's always the anime avatar or their favorite porn star who they're also talking shit about.
Well, yeah, because it's the only way they can get attention.
Yeah, it's all cowardice, hate, and a coward should never deter you. So, if you need anything from me, I really want to help, new girls, people who have been in the industry. Everything I'm doing is to kind of take the stigmatized, view of us and let the world know that we're human beings who deserve respect, and that, we have more to us than the fact that we did porn, because that's just a part of our story. That's a little chapter. And my next chapters I'm really, really excited about. And I think that they're going to be pretty fucking cool. I'm really excited to see where it takes me.
I'm excited too. But since we are calling last call and getting you out of here, tell them where they can find you on the socials too.
Oh, yes. Twitter, you can find me at Kylie X Quinn. Bubble. Kylie X Quinn, KYLIE XQUINN. OnlyFans, it's the same. Or actually, no, sorry. OnlyFans, I lied. OnlyFans, it's onlyfans.com/KylieXY. Website, KylieXQuinn.com. And then my IG is official Kylie Quinn. And then I feel like I have one more that I can't remember.
The Blue Sky?
I don't know
what that. Oh. Okay, never mind.
I want it though.
Okay, well, I'll set you up.
Okay. All right, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate it.
My absolute pleasure. Until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.
Drink up, bitches.